Just waiting for a few more people. I didn't tell anybody that I was going live. I've been busy. But here I am. Yeah. Domino 75 and Marsha. Welcome to Talk the Talk Live on Tuesday, TDT Extra. Friend or acquaintance, do you know the difference between the two? That's what we're going to be discussing tonight. Friend or acquaintance, do you know the difference between the two? Friend or acquaintance, true friend, real friend, and just a friend. Do you know the difference between an acquaintance and a friend? True friend, real friend, and just a friend. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. True friend, real friend, and just a friend. The difference between an acquaintance and a friend. If you can decipher. Well, I didn't tell anybody I was going live, so I've just been busy. But I'm here every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. I'm here. So what's up? Narissa, what's up? Marsha? How's it going? How was your long weekend? Let me know. Narissa, how was your long weekend? Let me know how's your long weekend. So the discussion tonight is distinguish the difference between a friend and acquaintance. Do you know the difference between a friend and acquaintance? You have your true friends, your real friend, and just a friend. And then you have an acquaintance. Do you know the difference? A true friend, in my perspective, is a friend that you've known since day one. Far back as middle school, diapers. Been with you, he or she's been with you since day one. True friend. A real friend is someone that you've met, it's been a few months, and you consider that person a real friend. He or she has done something, for you, whatever it may be. And you've considered that person to be a real friend. And a friend is just somebody you've met, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, right? And you just consider this person just a friend. A true friend, your day one, is somebody you can confide in, that has your back, that's looking out for your best interest, that won't take what you tell them, use it against you, won't take the information you give them and tell somebody else. This is a true friend, a friend that you can trust. Anytime you're going to confide into someone, divulge some personal information to that so-called friend, and you have to turn around and tell that person, I want you to keep it to yourself, then that person is not your true friend. If you have to pre-warn them and say, look, I'm telling you this, and I want you to keep it to yourself, that person is not your true friend. If you have to pre-warn that person in advance. If that person is your true friend, you should be able to tell that person anything freely and not have to worry about them telling somebody else what you've just told them. So for those of you in the past that actually confided into someone and said to them, well, this is what happened to me, this is what happened to me, whatever it may be, and then at the end of what you said, I want you to keep it to yourself, I don't want you to tell nobody. When you think about it, if you have to pre-warn that person, that means you ultimately do not trust that person. And this person is supposed to be your friend. But here you are forewarning that person and telling that person, well, keep it to yourself. You shouldn't have to do that. So for those of you who have actually done that, you have to take it into consideration that, well, maybe he or she is not my true friend. Because you should be able to freely say what you want to this individual and not have to worry or pre-warn or anything of that nature, because you know that person will keep whatever you tell them to their self. That is your true friend. An acquaintance, well, an acquaintance is somebody that you know through somebody. Somebody within the circle that you've met. That is an acquaintance. This person hasn't been with you, been around you, for years. No, you've met this person, through someone, right? You're within that circle. That person is an acquaintance, and because he or she is an acquaintance, right? You don't confide in that person. You don't tell that person your personal business. You keep it to yourself. Difference between an acquaintance and a friend. And a lot of people that I've come across over the years get confused between friend and acquaintance. Some people out there pretend to be your friend and encourage you to speak your mind and say things normally that you would tell your true friend. But in fact, what they're doing is wanting you to divulge personal information so they can go elsewhere and say, look, this person told me this, and I want you to keep it to yourself because they told me not to tell anybody about it. But I'm telling you, okay? So keep it to yourself. Not your friend. Not your true friend. And some people, right, they have a thing we call sweet mouth. Their mouth is so sweet, right? Convince you in thinking that you are actually friends, but in fact you're not. You're not. Men and women are different. We handle things differently. Mind you, there are some men out there that you would think, should be wearing panty instead of brief. Some of the men that act and play the fool. Right? But men and women handle things differently. Me, for example, I've been told that I wear my emotions on my sleeve. Right? If I don't like you, you're going to know it. Because I can't hide it. My facial features will tell you I don't like you. Right? So I wear emotion on my sleeve. You know. If I don't like you, you'll know it. Just by looking at me, you'll know. Don't approach me. Don't talk to me. Right? At one point, you were an acquaintance. Right? And you've done something to offend me, to disrespect me. So you're no longer even an acquaintance. You're a nobody. And you'll see it on my face. Women now are different. Women now are dangerous. Women now handle things much differently. Women, although they don't like you, will still chat to you, go out with you, have drinks with you, pretend to be your friend, then turn around and stab you. I would like to think men don't do that. Some men do. Don't get me wrong. Some men do the same shit. But don't consider those men real men. And what that show that Kevin Hart had, the Kevin Hart show, and he called them what? Mitches. That's what they call them, Mitches. But women, dangerous. I've witnessed certain things. I've seen certain things that I'm like, wow. Huh? Circle of women just backstabbing each other, and then turn around and, oh, let's go out for dinner, let's hang out, ray. But in fact, don't respect each other. Dangerous. Women are dangerous. So friend and acquaintance, you must know the difference. People, you must know the difference between a friend and acquaintance. Your true friends and your ones that you call friends and the ones that you call acquaintance. Those ones that you keep your information to yourself. It's almost like that saying, keep your friends close but your enemies closer. It's almost like saying that. Right? In some cases, that may be the best way to handle situations, by keeping your friends close but your enemy closer. But there's some people I've known that's confided in people, and then that same person has turned around and showed that information that they've given them right in their face. Right? What they thought was their friend wasn't their friend. It was just an acquaintance. But because they draw you in, these professionals, if you want to call them professionals, professional Judas. Professional Judas. Right? That's what they are, Judas. It will make you believe that you're your friend. And you sit down and have conversation, you open up with them. But in fact, they're just retaining information so they can go take it elsewhere. And then use it against you in the past. So you must know the difference between a friend and acquaintance. How many true friends do you have? How many true friends do you have? And the ones that are acquaintance, you must push them aside, right? Or if they're in the circle, you just keep them in that circle, but don't confide. Just, if you go out, you see each other, that's it. Hi, bye, that's it. Don't fall for the Judas. Don't fall for those ones that are Judas. Okay? Because I all know, if you guys know Bible, you know about Judas and what he did to Christ. 7 times he denied Christ. Okay? You asked him. 7 times. Do you know him? And denied him 7 times. A Judas that. And he wants to know the difference between a Judas, an acquaintance, and a real friend. I've been betrayed, right? And not by a friend, right? By family. And I think that's the worst. The worst thing you can get betrayed, I think personally, is by a family member. You get betrayed by a friend, it hurts. Yes, it hurts if you get betrayed by a friend. Of course it hurts, right? Because this friend you've known for years, your true friend you've known for years, and then for whatever reason, does a 360 on you. And does something to either disrespect or offend you, or you just can't believe it because you would never have done that for whatever reason. I don't know. But I think the worst type of betrayal, right, is someone from your family. A family that does you wrong. That you would never expect that from a family member. Because a family is not only a friend, but he's a family. He or she is a family, blood. Either through mother and father or something of that nature. Brother, sister, blood. Betrayal is the worst type. Because that is the ultimate betrayal. How do you deal with that? I find women, tend to be more forgiving, right? Men, once you betray, that's it. Once you stab me in the back, it's over, it's done. I don't want nothing to do with you. Don't come near me, don't talk to me, it's over. But women tend to be more forgiving, more understanding. But although they may forgive, they may not forget. Friend and acquaintance. You have your true friend, you have your real friend, and you have just a friend. And then you have your acquaintance. Right? Again, your true friend is your day one. You've known this individual since diapers, so to speak. A person that you confide in and you can trust. Tell them anything, and will stay within that circle between you and him, or you and her. A real friend is someone that you've met within a few months, right? And that person there you've tend to like, and you've been around that person, the vibe is good, and he or she seems like a good person, and you consider that person a real friend. Not a true friend, but a real friend. And then you have a friend, which is also considered to be an acquaintance. Someone that you've met in a short period of time through somebody else. Friend and acquaintance, right? So, must know the difference. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying. You must know the difference between a friend and acquaintance. Okay? As you get older, right, I find that it's harder to make friends as you get older. When you're in high school or college or university, right, there's always people around you. It's quicker to, engage and interact with people. So you tend to make a lot more friends quickly, right? But as you get older, right, in life, and you've, moved on and you're working and your family, whatever it may be, and this and that, it's hard to make new friends. And it's hard to bring in new people because you don't know them, right? So people that's, been around you for years, right? That's in that circle that you're accustomed to, that that you're used to, right? It's hard to bring in new people into your circle when you are, say in your well, when you've now moved on in life, listen, late 30s, 40s, hard to find real friends or true friends, or so what you have is just a lot of acquaintances. Okay, that's what you have, a lot of acquaintances. So you meet people here, meet people there, whatever maybe. But always making sure, right, that you know the difference between an acquaintance, right, and a true friend. True friend, real friend, friend / acquaintance. Know the difference. Know the difference. Although I've met people, I've met some new people over the years, right? And I consider them to be just friends. So friends half acquaintance. I watch what I say and how much information that I divulge, right? Because I don't know the person, right? And the person doesn't know me. So. And I've been through situations where, I've confided in people, right? And like I said earlier, right? I've had to turn around and tell that person, keep it to yourself, dog. Don't tell nobody. Okay, I told you, right? And I said to myself, if I have to tell you to keep it to yourself, that means indirectly, subconsciously, I don't trust you, right? That being said, I shouldn't tell you anything. I shouldn't tell you nothing at all. But like I said earlier, when it comes to female and their actions, they're just a lot of deception. A lot of deception with females. A lot of deception with females. Females will, talk up in your face, smile with you, hold your hand across the street, and then behind their back, they have a knife ready to stab you. Right? It's crazy. Females, dangerous. And I know a lot of ladies out there, right, that I've known over the years that said to me, I don't keep woman friend. I don't keep woman friend. Right? A lot of ladies I've come across. I don't keep woman friend. Right? Because women are too deceiving and too backstabbing and love chat. So I keep your man friend. and I back in the day when I was told that, I didn't really understand that, but now I do, right? So things that I've witnessed, have seen over the years, are like, I understand why you females out there turn around and say, I don't keep woman friend. Right? I get it. Okay, you can't trust them. You can't trust them with your man. You can't trust them with your friend. I can't forgive betrayal. That's just me. Right? Once I've been betrayed, I can't forgive it. I don't forgive betrayal at all. That's just me. That's just me personally. I don't care what it is. I'm not that person that will betray. If you confide in me in something, I'm going to keep it to myself. I'm not going to tell anybody else about it, right? Because you confided in me and you trusted me with this information, so I'm going to keep it to myself. I'm not going to use it against you in the past, in the future. Sorry. I'm not going to do it. Right? Some people out there has confided in people and they've stabbed them in the back, and you just can't believe it. I remember back in high school, a lot of fights happened regarding that. I've heard you said this about me. I've heard you say that about me. Right? And you think that stuff would stay in high school, but it doesn't. It doesn't stay in high school. It goes out. It goes right up into your well into your 30s and 40s. Some people just can't get it out their system. Who does the most gossiping? Who chats the most? Who chats the most? Well, it's obvious that females. I'm gonna say females. Females, they chat the most. They do the most talking. The most talking females do. Right? When it comes to deception, females, they are top of the list when it comes to deception. Backstabbing, two-face, chat behind your back, the whole business. A whole bag of mix-up. These females go through. So, when it comes to, and females are very open. Some, females, they tend to trust very easily, right? Especially when somebody says, "Oh my God, are you okay? I mean, you don't look good. Is something wrong?" And and it's very easy for a woman, because they're emotional, to open up to something like that. When somebody comes, "Oh my, are you okay? I mean, I heard that something. Oh my God, do you look that? Oh my God, can you tell me what's wrong? What's wrong? Do you want something? Do you want me to get you something?" See, they draw you in. They draw you in. I've witnessed it. I've seen it for myself. They draw you in. In your emotional state, they draw you in, and they're not your friend. They're just looking to get information, right? And then once you they hug you up and they put their arms around you, and they get you a little drink or some tea or whatnot. You relax and you just say, "Okay, you know what? Let me just get it off my chest. Let me just tell you what's going on. Let me just tell you what's going on." You divulge the information, and they turn around and backstab you. So there are people out there. There are females out there. I'm not talking about females. I'm talking about females tonight. I'm talking about because basically what I've witnessed is here. When it comes to backstabbing and two-faced, females top the list. Females will pretend to be your friend, will go out with you party, and turn around and chat you behind your back. Chat you. So you confide in them, you let them know, and you know what? Some females are just wicked. Some wicked bad, right? And I don't like the females out there that pretend they're holier than thou. I don't like those ones. Pretend that their shit don't stink. Pretend that they got no skeletons in their closet, but in fact they do. A bag of skeletons in there, right? Enough of them out there pretend. So them, giving advice, giving all kinds of advice, relationship advice, and I want, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that and this and that. How about you mind your blood clot business? How about that? How about let me do me and you do you? How about that? And the worst ones are the ones that, that tell you, you know what, you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that because Ray, and and if something, blah, blah. But hold on there, right? And here's the thing. Let me give you an example here, right? You got two people, and I'm gonna say two people that are true friends. I remember the difference. I told you the difference earlier about the two friends. True friends, real friends, and friends / acquaintance. A real friend is your day one that you've known from years back. Real friend. Okay? True friend. So true friend. Your real friend is someone you've known about 6 months or so that you consider to be a real friend because he or she has done something to let you feel comfortable around them. But not your true friend, but your real friend. Right? And then you have your friend, which is acquaintance, which you've known, a couple of weeks, through somebody. You've known this friend through somebody. So within that circle, you know that person. So that's the difference between a true friend real friend and friend slash acquaintance. And you must know the difference, ladies. Ladies, you must know the difference between them type of people there. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So you have two true friends, right, that you know from day one. You know all their dirt, and she know all your dirt. But I've witnessed, true friends take dirt that they know from way back and throw it in their true friend face. True friend face. Says certain things, well, I know this from way back and I'm going to throw it in your face and this and that. And she's supposed to be your true friend. But that person that she's throwing dirt or throwing shade, and you girls like to use the word shade, throw shade, right? Is not going to reciprocate. Is not going to take the information that they know about that true friend and throw it back in her face, because that's not her. That's not what she's about. So you have to ask yourself the question, why? Are you still friends with that person? Right? Just because you know her from day one? No. If she can take the information that she knows that you've confided into her over the years, that she's seen you doing, and then she's taking it and now throw it in your face because what? Because she feels she's holier than thou. She's, that's not your true friend. You must know the difference, ladies. You must know the difference. Right? I know when you reach a certain age, it's hard to make real friends. I understand that. So the ones that you've known from way back, right, you tend to hold on to, because, she knows personal stuff, you know personal stuff, you share personal stuff. But if she's throwing it in your face years later, and then turn around and say, oh, are you okay, Ray? I didn't mean it, I'm sorry. I was just upset, I was emotional, I didn't mean to throw it in your face, I didn't mean to say that. Just I was having a bad day, and and just spurted out, please forgive me type of. Ladies, you must know when to let go. Because men know when to let go. Men know when to say, boy, you know what? Don't come around me. Don't talk to me. Don't say nothing to me. Because you did this, you did this, you did this, you did this. Right? We tend to cut things off quicker. Men tend to, but women, like I said, they get all emotional and whatnot, and they tend to forgive, right, much quicker. But sometimes you have to let that go, man. Sometimes you have to let that stress go, because she is a stress, right? Maybe it's best to be on your own sometimes. Maybe it's better to be left alone. Right? You don't need that type of negative energy around you. The ones that, always post up picture, make video every minute. Try their best to be social media queen. Every minute in that video, every minute in that picture, every minute. I seek attention, I beg attention. It must have some purpose. Some purpose. If there's a purpose why you're on IG or on Facebook, if you have a purpose, delivering a message of some sort, okay, that's fine, because that's what you do. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're just there, a post for the sake of post, for the show off, for the sake of show off, your face in the camera every minute, I blow kisses and I blah blah blah. You seek attention, you beg attention. Ladies, you must know the difference between a friend and acquaintance, right? And I don't understand why, it's certain situations. I've come across certain situations where some ladies are just afraid to talk to the other person, afraid to deal with that person. They've offended them, they've done something to offend them or disrespect them in some way, shape, or form, but instead of dealing with the situation head on, they just let it slide. Let it slide. And I'm wondering, what the hell? You can't do so. This person can talk about you and disrespect you and all that type of stuff. But you're not gonna say nothing. You're not saying nothing. Right? Come on. So you ladies, you gotta check yourself. You gotta check the people that's surrounding you, man. Right? If they disrespect you, you gotta deal with them. You gotta let them know that, you know what? Don't do that again. Don't even say that to me again. You know why you even hear that come out of your mouth? Right? Because you know what I know. And you don't want me to tell people what I know. So you better watch yourself. That's what you should be telling the people. That's how you should be dealing with them. That's how you should be dealing with them. Men handle things differently. Men do things differently. If a man disrespect a man will approach him and say, yo, I'm not like this. And if fist throw. But the word is said and then it's done. It's either go separate ways or the man said, oh, I'm sorry with this. I'm sorry, Benjamin. But we approach it head on. We go head on with the situation. Deal with it head on. And if we see each other face to face, if we have a next discussion about it, we have a next discussion about it, then go deal with the thing right there. Because a big man thing. There's no high school thing. And a lot of you older women out there are dealing with some high school business. You must deal with things how man deal with things. Cut it in the throat. Right there and then. Cut it off. Let them know right there, I don't like what you said. I don't like what you did. Disrespect. Make it stop. Right now. That's how you girls should deal with it. No, oh my God, why did you say this? Why did you do that? I didn't expect it from you. We've known each other for so long. Why would you do that? Why would you say that in front of her? Why would you tell her that? And then she tells you, oh, well, it was emotional. I didn't mean to do it. I'm sorry. Well, you know what? Just make sure it doesn't happen again, please. No. You let them know right there and then. Don't make it happen again. I didn't appreciate it. Don't do it. Let them know. So the mistake won't happen again. But if you soften it up with some soft, oh my God, rain, blah, 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 then you know what? You're going to get disrespect again. This is how man deal with things differently. We deal with it head on. This is why men don't have problem like that. Men don't have, real men, don't get me wrong, real men don't have problem like that. Because we deal with things head on. We don't mess around. Right? Women, some of you women have to act like man and deal with it head on, straightforward. And you notice the ones that act like man, don't get messed around with. Don't get messed around with. You can't talk to them because they know, the person knows that, boy, I'm not going to mess around with this girl because she don't know it. She know things already. Don't know things go already. So they will look at them and say, boy, let me just keep my mouth shut. Because they know them already. Can't talk to this girl because this girl is a bad girl. Don't spread the information. Don't talk about, don't make me hear you say anything about me because me will deal with the blood. Yeah. Some girls, and those girls live an easy life. Right? Oh my God, you what? You don't talk about her because if you talk about her and she hears about it, see, people already warn people about you. I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me nothing about her. Don't tell me nothing about Casey. I don't want nothing about Casey. Because I don't want nothing to come back to me. I don't want Casey to come to me and talk to me about anything. Okay, so keep it to yourself, okay? Because in those cases, you have bad girl. Casey don't mess around. You understand? Right? I'm telling you. Woman must deal with things how man deal with things. Right? That's what I'm saying. Handle things head on. Don't fall for the sweet mouth. A lot of ladies have a sweet mouth and will draw you in. Make you feel comfortable. Right? And then you start to divulge some information. start confiding, tell her some personal stuff. Before you know it, she's retaining this information and then goes out and tells somebody else about it. Then you wonder, how do you know about this? How did you hear about this, right? Because I heard. I can't tell you who told me, but then you think to yourself, okay, it was only one person I told, so it's got to be her, right? Yeah, but you didn't hear from me. I'm just coming to you because somebody told me this. I just want to confirm it with you to make sure if it's true, right? But I can't tell you who told you. But it was only one person I told, and now you're coming to me with this information. Well, like I said, I don't want to be involved. Okay, I'm just here. Just letting you know what I've been told, and I didn't like it, so I'm just coming back to you, let you know that it's something that you should know, okay? Because I think we're friends, and I was told this information, and I want you to know, but I can't tell you who it is, okay? I can't. I see it all the time. Ladies, I see it all the time, right? So, yeah, all I'm saying is just check your friends. You must know the difference, ladies. You must know the difference between friend and acquaintance, okay? You must know the difference between friend and acquaintance, okay? Right? Because a lot of ladies out there are devious. Devious, Devious. You confide in them, and then all of a sudden, you see certain people in that circle that you're in start draw away from you. And you wonder why. I mean, just last week, we just had a conversation, we were fine, and all of a sudden now she draw you away. She draw away, right? And you're wondering what's going on here. I didn't do nothing to her. Like, why am I sensing this hostility? Why am I feeling this like she's moving away from me or something like that? Meanwhile, the person that you confide in don't tell a person already what you said, and then she's now drawing away, or they're drawing away from you, and you know what I mean? You gotta avoid them stuff, ladies. Handle things how man handle things, right? Let it known from the get-go that you don't joke. You don't mess around with them foolishness. You're a big woman, and you deal with things proper. You deal with things proper. You're not in the backstabbing stuff. You don't have no time for that. You don't have no time for chat. You're a big woman, and let them know you're a big woman. Yeah? Handle things differently. Real friends, true friends, friends/acquaintance. You must know the difference, ladies. Know the difference. Backstabbing, girls, worse when it comes to that. Worse. You have there's and it's funny, it's amusing to me, because it's like, I'm like, what is this foolishness? It's amusing. These women are like grown women and acting like children. It's ridiculous. Women have, more than one group on WhatsApp. Foolishness, right? So, say for example, you have a group of 6 key people. This, hypothetically speaking, 6 key people, right? And for some reason, one of the 6 didn't like that one of those 6. That one girl out of the 6 me not like that one. So what they do is make a second group with just the 5 minus the 6. Foolishness. Pure foolishness. A pure child business are going up here. High school thing. So that little 5 group with that one single out, okay? And eventually, and they don't even realize, eventually that person that they single out in that single out to that 5 group, right? They're gonna find out eventually. They're gonna find out eventually that, okay, well, there's another group. What group is this? I wasn't invited in that group. Why am I not in that group? Right? Oh, I see, because of Jackie. Because of Jackie. And then it's a stupidness. Now, the 5, right, that were supposedly considered friends or real friends are no longer real friends, because they follow number one, whoever that number one is, that encourage them to come over to my group, my little 5 group, and we'll leave number one, we'll leave that number person out, okay? And it's just childish foolishness. But girls, that's what you girls do, right? And I'm wondering, what is this? High school shit. High school shit. Like I said, men handle things differently. Men handle things. We have a code. Men has a code. Unspoken rules, codes that's been passed down from kid to kid to kid to kid to kid. Code that is instilled in them from middle school, right? Codes, rules that men just know. Men know these rules. And women, I don't think women have rules. Women have no codes. There's no code for women. That's the thing. You guys are dangerous, right? There's no code. If there's a code, then you would know the code, right? But a man has a code. True men know the code. There's codes, there's rules, things that we just do not do to other men, right? And if you break these codes or these rules, right, it's either fight, toe to toe, or something's gonna happen, because these are rules that instilled in us from youth, from way back. I know these codes, I know these rules, and I follow these rules and I follow these codes. And if I have to ask for permission, then I will do so, because of the rule and because of the code. I just don't break the rules, and those don't break the codes. And man know what the codes are, man know what the rules are. Right? But women have no code, no rules. Anything goes. Backstabbing, two-step. Everything goes with you ladies. Dangerous. Ladies are dangerous. Right? Who you think is your friend is not your real friend. Right? And what I find, ladies don't think before they react. They don't think before they react. They go on a tangent, on behalf of somebody else, but not thinking to themselves, but wait, I'm supposed to be this person's friend, but here I am, come on. And then they realize thereafter what they done was wrong, then they call and apologize. But you've already put a dent in the relationship by doing that. You've already done that. You've already done that. Right? You must think before you react, because men do that. Think before you react. Because you know why we think before we react? Because the end result could be a fight. And you see that you're ready to fight, or you don't want to fight. So we think before we act. Think. Because what we say and do could result in, if we meet up somewhere, wherever it may be, club, street, grocery store, corner store, right? And we approach each other, things may go down. So we think hard. We make the decision in our mind prior to having this conversation that when we see each other, it's either going to go toe to toe, or we're going to have a civil conversation, but something's going to happen. So this is why we think hard about it before we go into any type of conversation, before we say anything. Because men handle things differently. Right? Don't get me wrong. Some women out there just as bad as men still. So some women out there just as bad as men. Some women out there ready for scrap. Once they hear you chat about them, they say, boy, what happened? I heard they said this about me. Is it true? Is it true? Then the woman said, oh, I didn't say that. Who told you that? I didn't say it. Ray. So if you're not ready to defend it, you must keep your mouth shut. You must keep your mouth shut. If you're not ready to defend it, because they may buck up at the wrong girl, and that wrong girl that you buck up may just clap you from left to right. From sun to morning. Box you from sun to morning. Yo, believe me. So you must think before you react. We think before we act. We think before we say anything. So girls, you must take my advice. Okay? Know who your friends are. Know who you confide in. Right? And don't make their sweet mouth draw you in. And make you believe that they're friends when in fact they're not. They're not your friend. What time is it now? Somebody give me the time. I'm only online for an hour. I'm only gonna vent for an hour. That's it, and I'm gonna bounce. But somebody type in the time for me there, so I know what time it is. I can't see it on my phone. I know. But yeah, you must know who your friends are, ladies, because you must know who your friends are. We handle things differently, man. You must take up the man acts, the man movements. If you do that, 8:58. Okay, so thank you, Case. Alright, so 2 more minutes to go and call it quits. Real friend, true friend, friend/acquaintance. Must know the difference between those. True friend is your day one. You know that friend from day one. Your true friend. You can confide in and tell that person anything. And you know that's not going to go nowhere. It's going to stay between you and him, or her and her, or whoever. Your true friend. Day one. Confide in. Take it to her. Take it to the grave. Whatever you tell them, take it to the grave. You're not backstabbing. None of that. You can trust them 100%. True friend. Real friend. A friend that you met within a 6-month period. Couple months. That you say, you know what? This person can be your friend still. They've done something. They've given you a little something to help you along the way. Or whatever it may be that you've considered to be a real friend. They've done something that you say, you know what? I like him. I like her. Use a real friend. Not a true friend, but a real friend. And then you have a friend, which is just /acquaintance. Somebody that you've known through somebody, right? A couple of weeks, whatever it be, but you don't know this person, but you know this person through someone. An acquaintance. But some of you girls out there, some of you ladies out there are getting confused. Calling real friend, calling real friend, calling acquaintance real friend. Calling acquaintance real friend. And this is where you should take into consideration. And I give you one example. I give you one example again, like I said to you earlier. If you confide in this so-called friend, and you have to tell that friend to keep it to themselves, I don't want you to tell nobody. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you, but I want you to keep it to yourself, okay? Keep it to yourself. Don't tell nobody, okay? Please, I beg you. I've seen it with my own eyes. And if you have to go through all that, that means that person's not your friend. Indirectly, subconsciously, you know you can't trust this individual. So this person is not your friend. So that means do not tell that person nothing. That's what I'm saying to you. Don't tell that person nothing. Keep it to yourself. If you have to. And think about it. Ladies, think about it. How many times have you said that to someone over the years? Because you subconsciously do not trust that person. Because if it's your true friend, you can tell that person anything. Anything. Without having to warn them in any way, shape, or form, or keep it to themselves. No. Then that person, then don't tell that person nothing. Because that person is going to take your business and show it here and show it there, and let this person know and let this person know. And you know how it goes already. You know, it's like a broken record, right? You know, you tell this person something, and that person takes the information that you've given them and go to somebody else and they tell that person, oh, this person told me, right, to keep it to myself, but I'm telling you, okay? I'm telling you, and I want you to keep it to yourself, okay? Okay, because I promised her that I wouldn't say anything to anybody, okay? I promised her I wouldn't say nothing, but I'm telling you, okay? I'm telling you, only you, because you're my friend, okay? And then that person goes to another person, another female, and says, oh my God, you know what Jackie just told me? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I pretend I didn't hear that. I didn't hear Jackie. I didn't say Jackie. Okay, I didn't say Jackie. Yo, pure high school childish foolishness. Okay? But I'm winding down. I'm breaking it down. It's almost time for me to bounce. Ladies, I'm just ranting and raving here, right? I'm kind of all over the place. Nothing structured, just talking. Okay? Just talking. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm just talking. Nothing structured, just talking. But you didn't hear it from me. Oh yeah, Tony, Troy, yeah, on a regular basis. Oh, you didn't hear it from me. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, and I want you to keep it to yourself. Okay, but you didn't hear from me. Okay, didn't hear. Promise me that you didn't. Promise me, please, that you're not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. Okay, I'm not gonna say. Just tell me what it is. Promise me. I promise. I promise. Okay? You divulge information that somebody else told you, right? And you're like, oh my God, for real? For real? Oh my God, I can't believe. Once you see that face, once you see that mouth cover, oh my God, then you know your information is not going to stay with her. It's going to go from next person to the next person to the next person. Yeah. You didn't hear from me, okay? You didn't hear from me. Look, on a final note, ladies, alright? Again, I'm just ranting and raving here. Nothing structured, just talking for the sake of talking, right? Just talking for the sake of talking. All over the place. But, like I said, ladies, know who your real friends are. Know who your real friends are. Must distinguish between acquaintance and friend. Not everybody you should be telling your business to, okay? That's what I'm saying. Right? Don't make those sweet mouth people draw you in and make you feel comfortable and you know, you open up your personal information when in fact you're just retaining it so they can go elsewhere with it. Know who your friends are, ladies. Because you girls are dangerous. Dangerous. Ladies, dangerous. Okay? Know who your friends, because your girls are dangerous. Whole heap of backstabbing at one. Bag of backstabbing. Two-face. Yo. Dangerous. Okay? Anyway. Peace and love. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Thursday night. 8 p.m. sharp. Myself and Eroc on Talk to Talk Live. Tonight was TDT Extra with me, just ranting and raving all over the place. Friend and acquaintance. Know the difference. Okay, so see you Thursday, 8 p.m. Talk to Talk Live. Myself and my partner, Eroc. Alright? Signing off.